Assalamualaikum everyone, happy Tuesday. So this episode is really revolved around inner spirituality, the way that you derive yourself, the way that you are who you are mentally, emotionally, physically, your worth, your insecurities, things like that. Getting straight to the point, your body and your physical appearance is the least interesting thing about you. You're a complex human being who's been through trauma, depression, sadness, who feels like you've been through hell and back. You've healed through so much. You've went through so much. You found God. You lost God at one point. You felt like you had no connection with him. Like you've been through so much. There's so many things inside of you that make you the person that you are. So why do you feel like the only thing that matters about you is the physical appearance? And this especially goes out to a lot of females who feel that way. And the sad reality is we all tend to feel that way because that's what matters. We think that, since I guess really it's a society thing, like we've made it a big deal that physical appearance is everything, and after that nothing else matters. If someone's pretty, you automatically respect them a lot more, and if someone's not as good looking, which again, that's, first of all, beauty is subjective. I want to just point that out. Beauty is subjective. I mentioned this such a long time ago in one of my old episodes. Beauty is so subjective. I may be the prettiest person to somebody, and then someone may look at me and be like, yeah, no, she ain't it. That's the thing. And vice versa. Beauty is subjective, but the whole point is everyone is beautiful in their own way. And I hate to say that because that sounds so cringy, but it is. And the reason why I believe that is because Allah has taken 4 oaths when making you, when making every single human being, when telling us how beautiful we are. Hence why I believe that. So to get that out the way, like I said, society has their own views on what they think is beautiful and what's not. That's the problem. We tend to surround ourselves with people who only care about our physical appearance, who only care about the things that we have to offer on the outside. And that's the problem. And then the question comes down to be, if you're surrounding yourself with people who don't even treat you better than the way you treat yourself, why do you have them around you? And that is something that is kind of hard to answer for a lot of people, because you just feel like, just getting a bigger circle, getting a bigger company will be okay. And it's okay to talk to people, and it's okay to make friends. But I'm talking about the closest people, your close people, your best friends, the people that are like your family. If they're not constantly reminding you of God and how good you are and how much you're worth and how all these good positive things about you, and aren't constantly there for you when you need them, why do you have them around? What is the need for them? You're just booking slots in your life with useless people, investing your energy in useless things, and there's really no need for you to be doing that. All this energy that you put into useless relationships can be shoved right back in yourself, and you'll become 10 times of a better person. So think about that. Don't surround yourself with people who don't treat you better than you treat yourself. And then next thing comes down to be, like I was mentioning earlier on physical appearance, we've made physical appearance such a big, dramatic disease, literally, that we think that 1 month it's this and 1 month it's that and 1 month this is in trend. And it's just like it changes so quick. There's just no way that anyone can keep up. And then the way when girls aren't able to keep up with these beauty standards, they instantly feel insecure. Like, you realize that you're a human being, right? You're not a robot. You're not made to sit here and constantly change the way you look because society likes it that day. You need to like yourself the way that you are right now. And the day you do that is the day you will attract people who feel the same way about you. Because if you view yourself with this lens of, I want to look like every other person because that is what is in trend right now. I want to wear that shirt only because that's the only shirt that's in trend right now. And I know if I wear it, I'll gain more respect. Like, girl, no. Like, some of y'all are so ready to get your eyebrows done, get your hair done. Just do everything to change of yourself as long as it's in trend right now. And that's not okay. Okay, it's not. You need to learn to accept yourself the way that you are. And the day you do that, like I said, you'll attract really good people. But the longer and longer you constantly change this perception of, if I look like that, I'll be happy. If I look like this, I'll be happy. You're fooling yourself. You're never going to attract anyone if you don't attract yourself. You are struggling to live in your own body. You're struggling to love your own self. What makes you think someone else is going to be able to do it? Seriously. And I'm not trying to say that to be mean, but what makes you think someone else is going to be able to do it? If you can't tolerate being within yourself, being the person that you are, then that kind of aligns a lot with your internal. That aligns a lot with your spirituality. That aligns a lot with your emotional, mental health. That's not about the physical. You need to forget about your physical for a second. If you're not happy with the person that you are, you need to align and look at your morals and look at where you stand on absolutely everything. The topic moves down towards morals. If you have good morals, you have everything. And a lot of morals are honestly derived through spirituality. And some people may disagree with me on this, but when you know that something, one, is going to harm other people, and two, it's a sin, automatically you're going to create a moral in your heart to be a lot more kinder and to be a lot more better towards the situation. And one of the big examples of that is being trustworthy, being honest, being kind, those things, especially being honest and trustworthy. For example, forget the police, forget jail, forget all of those things for a second. Let's say I rob a store and the owner says, don't rob the store. Why should I stop? Why should I stop? Why should I care? Like, how is it going to affect me? Long term, anyone would decide that, okay, you need to stop robbing this person's store because it hurts the owner's feelings. Why should I care about the owner's feelings if I'm getting free stuff? If I'm robbing the store and I'm doing whatever I want? Why should I care? And that's how a lot of people are. That's how a lot of you act. Because you know that a lot of the times, if it hurts someone else, it's okay, as long as it doesn't hurt me. And that's where morals play a really, really big role. Because, especially in Islam, we're told that every single person you hurt is kind of like debt on you. You got to be careful about who you hurt. You got to be careful about why you do what you do. And you have to be a good person, regardless of what is going on around you. So again, like, we can keep fighting about this for hours and hours and hours. There is nothing that will physically stop me from robbing the store unless I have morals. Are you getting my point? Unless I have the morals of caring for someone else, for being kind, for being trustworthy, nothing's going to stop me from robbing the store. Nothing. That's the whole point. You need to derive good morals from your spiritual state. And to do that, you need to create a really good relationship with God. Because if you don't have a good relationship with God, automatically a lot of your morals and the way that you treat people go down the drain. Then you start to surround yourself with really, really bad people, and then you wonder why you're not turning out the way that you want to. The people around you play a really, really big impact on who you're becoming, what you're becoming, and how you're going to reach to your goals. And if they aren't benefiting you in any positive way, there's absolutely no reason for you to keep them around. Moreover, after you create a really good relationship with God, you will naturally notice yourself getting a lot more better morals, being a lot more kinder, being a lot more honest, all that good stuff. And those things can not only be good to the ones around you, but also good to yourself. When you're nice and you're forgiving and you're just a lot more patient, that doesn't just help those around you, it also helps you. You then learn to be a lot more patient with yourself. You learn to be a lot more kinder to yourself. And all these things really grow an individual. And you see how we can just talk about this stuff forever. There is so much that comes with one human being's worth, with one human being's insecurity, their spiritual state, their morals. Like, there's so many things that we can talk about. And coming back to what I started off originally, you really think your physical appearance is the most important thing? Like, there are so many amazing things about every single human being that has caused them to become such a better person, although those situations were meant to make them bitter. There's a lot of those situations in life where you're supposed to be bitter, but you end up becoming a lot more nicer and kinder. No one reaches the state of maturity without having to go through a lot of stuff, okay? You got to be rational about this. There's people that go through so many things, and they've ended up being bitter. And that's what happens when you don't really have the love of God for you. You don't have the spiritual state in your heart. You're going to become bitter. You're going to hate life. You're going to hate this world. But when you truly take your time to make this relationship with God, you're going to realize that no matter what happens, in a manner, it's still going to benefit me. If I go through worse pain in my life, it's going to make me a lot more sympathetic and kinder to those around me. It's going to make me a lot more better to those that are also going through that same pain. So that's my point, y'all. Stop worrying so much about your insecurities, about what other people think about you, about your physical appearance. It's literally the least interesting thing about you. When I meet somebody, I'm so invested in their story. Like, I'm so invested to hear the things that they went through, the things that they've been through, and whatever. And I just, oh my God, I feel so Snoopy. Like, if y'all are in my Discord, if you're not, please join my Discord. We're finally getting more people up in there, and I'm so happy. Mashallah. Please join my Discord. Join it. We'll have so much fun. We pray for each other in there. We do cute little stuff. We talk about everything up in there. So join my Discord and follow me on all my other social medias. It's the same username. But as I was saying, anytime I meet anybody who joins like my Discord or they DM me on Instagram, I'm instantly so Snoopy. I just want to start asking them, like, hey, so what have you been through? What are you like? Like, tell me about yourself. I feel so bad. I try my best to not be Snoopy though. I try to build up, of course. But yeah, that's all for today. I hope that this was super beneficial to someone and making some of you realize that your body, it's something you should obviously take care of, but it does not define you.